Once again, welcome to my channel. In this episode, we're going to be replacing the lenses of my W204 C63 Mercedes, and we're going to be replacing the lower bumper grille. Because the lower bumper grille has to be replaced, the front bumper skin has to come off completely. There are other videos about doing work to the headlights, where the headlights are being removed, and there's a partial removal of the front bumper, meaning the bumper is not really taken off. In my case, it's going to have to come off, again, because of the lower grille. This video is about how the bumper is going to come off, how the headlights are going to come off, how the lenses are going to be replaced, and how that lower grille is going to be replaced as well. These are the items that are going to be replaced in this video. This here is the lower bumper grille. The part number, I hope you're going to be able to read it. It is printed up there. It is installed from the inside out. This is why the bumper skin has to come off. Those are the headlight lenses. The lenses are from a company called Beamer Jigs, and I'm going to post a link to their site. So that you can locate them. And what I also have here is some additional butyl tape. The butyl tape has this consistency at normal temperature, but it becomes really soft and malleable once you heat it up. This is how the factory lenses are attached to the factory headlight bodies. I've tried reusing the existing factory butyl tape without adding any additional butyl to the headlights of my Subaru, where I did this work recently, and there was a slight condensation leak inside the headlights. So this time around I'm going to avoid this by using additional butyl tape. So this is basically the work layout. There's going to be a number of bolts on each side of the bumper, inside the fender well. There's going to be a couple of bolts underneath, which just hold together with the front plastic under tray, which I'm just going to remove off camera because it is really trivial. There's nothing to that. And then there is a plastic cover to the radiator support, which I'm going to be removing, the two funnels for the intake. And then after that, we're just going to deal with a bunch of bolts, and we should have the bumper off pretty quickly. Here's how to unclip the radiator support cover plate. So you gotta go to this mount here. You can see that there is a locking clip in there. You have to reach inside and push the locking clip forward. Then yank the support back and up. And there it is. As far as the funnels are concerned, my way of working on them, and I must have removed them a couple of dozen times already, is a little more brutal than what is shown in those videos, but so far so good. So just grab them from here by the bellows, hold them back, and then I just yank them up, and that's it. They come off. I don't press on anything down, I don't press on anything up, just yank them, hold them up, they come off. Nothing breaks. At this point, the support is just going to slide forward. And we've got to free the cables, which in my case have some zip ties on them that I'm going to cut loose. Next, the grille has to come off. For that, there are two ways to do this. Either remove this bolt here and then it all comes out as an assembly, or remove these two plastic fasteners, both easy to do. I may actually remove the bolt. I don't want to mess with the plastic fasteners just in case they break. There it is. The grill is off. Then at this point there are two so-called doors that kind of flip open. They're made out of rubber and there are two clips. So you just gotta release them from those two clips and then just flip them open. There you go. And they just open up. Supposedly we gotta look at these two screws here. Same situation over here. At this point the car is jacked and the under tray is out. So we're gonna move to the wheel wells. See what's going on in there. So there are three clips that hold the fender liner. Three on the side and one underneath. And here they are. We're starting up here. And here's the first one. Here's the second. And here's the third. And the fourth one, I'm just gonna turn this phone because I'm too lazy. Here it is. There it is. So we're gonna remove these. Grand total of 6 for both sides. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna focus on removing the bumper, and then I will focus on the headlights as far as removing them, unplugging them, disconnecting them, and so on. It's gonna probably be easier after I remove the bumper. So now there are a couple of more screws. There's going to be 2 screws underneath here which are holding together these halves, which are accessed from inside, and there are 2 centering pins, and part of the removal is going to be pulling down on the bumper so as to release the center pins, and then pulling the bumper out, which releases this from a holding mechanism. Now obviously I'm going to try to protect the fender from getting scratched. So I'm going to put some masking tape in this area on both sides, and I'm going to measure the gap so that when I put it back in, you know, I feel that the gap is even on both sides and it's the same way as the factory gap. So now let's try and show the location of the 2 screws. And there's one of them, and there's the second one. So these 2 10mm head bolts are going to be removed, 4 of them grand total from both sides. So 2 more bolts have to be removed, these 2 over here, one on each side. So now, in order to better explain how the bumper is going to be pulled, I'm going to show you the location of the mechanism that centers and holds the bumper. See, the bumper has a clip, and the clip is fastened to this pin. So when pulling the bumper forward, it detaches from the pin and the bumper comes out. So the bumper has to first go down here. You have to pull it down and then pulling it forward. Okay, let's try this. So in the case of my bumper, looks like there are 2 more bolts. Perhaps this is specific to the C63, or maybe it's just an optional feature. So I'm gonna show you where those two bolts are. So going underneath, and we have this support piece here. A little bit of distance. This support piece, and the bolt is located in here, above this metal bracket. In there. And the other one is on the other side, symmetric. Now let's try to pull the bumper off and support it from underneath. There's going to be many electrical connections. So we're just going to pull from the front. It's just has to be unhooked a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay, so the bumper is off.